Welcome back, you beautiful people. We are Gemma and Campbell, and this week our van will not stop breaking.
Why is it everything bloody paid a man out?
For those of you who just tuned in, this big Tupperware tub on wheels is our beautiful home, Ellie the eldest. For the last 3 weeks we have been exploring the Emerald Island, from the stunning cliffs of the Causeway Coast to the towering mountains of Slieve League. This week, as our epic road trip along the Wild Atlantic Way continues, things start to get a little bit tough for both ourselves and for dear Ellie, as we start to feel the burden of life on the road.
It was definitely one of the most terrifying experiences we've had in the van just yet.
We also try out a traditional Irish spa treatment.
You're gonna look so funny. You look so funny.
And climb one of the country's tallest mountains, which almost leaves us for dead.
This is gonna kill me, and I really don't have the heart to tell Gemma.
If you want to see more of what this stunning part of the world has to offer, then hit that subscribe button and join the gang. But for now, let's check back into where we left off last week at our cute little park up in the bustling town of Sligo.
Good morning. Surprisingly, I did actually have a pretty good sleep last night. There was only one moment I woke up about 2 AM when there was people walking past, and I was lying there thinking, oh god, of all nights to park in the city centre, why did we choose Friday? But it wasn't even that bad, to be honest. So I'm pleasantly surprised by how quiet it's been here.
So we are trying to get out on runs more often and not use the fact that it's raining as an excuse, because we're going to get wet and our clothes are going to get wet and blah 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 blah. No, we're just going to go for it. Campbell's just pulled my gym stuff out of the wash. It stinks. And I don't know why we do this, but we just keep re-wearing the same thing. It's gonna get sweaty again in 5 minutes anyway, so I might as well. There's no point in like taking out a clean pair of leggings.
It is just because, I mean, if you live in a van you'll know about it. It's, you can't have it a wash every single day. It's expensive and it uses a lot of water, so it's smelling a bit ripe, so they are.
Honestly, it was like crazy downpours just about 10 minutes ago, and the blue skies are here. It is dry. I'm really hoping it stays like this for the walk. We're not going to get soaked. Well, it's busy enough around here, so makes me think it's a good hike.
Hopefully. So welcome back everyone to a very unexpectedly beautiful blue sky day here in the western coast of Ireland. Like, today did not start off as planned. We left that beautiful park up that we actually left you guys at in last week's video, and rain was lashing against the windows this morning. It was absolutely miserable, and all of a sudden
the sun came out. And so to make the most of this sunshine, we're coming to a place called Queen Maeve's Grave, which is just west of Sligo, and apparently there's absolutely beautiful views from the top of this hill. Hello. Oh, he's hiding.
oh, run! Look at the zoomies. It must be like days old.
I know. I feel like that was its first run. I'm telling myself it is. That is too cute. Run!
A few times now since we actually came to Ireland, there seems to have been a late birth almost. Like, I thought all kind of lambs and calves would have been born back in April, May time, like it was when we were on the Isle of Skye, and all of a sudden there was just these lambs everywhere. But we've been driving around Ireland and there seems to be like a second birth wave or something. I don't know. If you're a farmer and you know more about it, let us know please, because yeah, I didn't realise you could get calves born this late. I think that's it.
Oh, nearly there. I don't know why I wore woolly socks. It might look windy, but you always forget how warm it is once you start moving.
Look at that. That is absolutely stunning.
It looks like two little bays on the side of a peninsula, doesn't it? This is like such a strange landscape. There's just like bits of land jutting out from the mainland like everywhere, isn't there? It's like hilly and then it's so flat out to like a bay. And it's the same here, we're on a hill and then it just goes like so flat.
Just the views from the top. You've got like 180 on this side. We're not even at the top yet, and you can see literally almost over the horizon. I'm pretty sure you'd probably be able to see Northern Ireland from here because you can just see so far. But it's a very beautiful view from here. Wait for a gust.
You gonna take off? So this morning we are going to try something which I think is quite a tradition here on the west coast of Ireland. We certainly hadn't heard of it until a few days ago. I don't know how I feel about it. I am excited about it. I'll be interested to know if any of you know what it is before we get there.
So today we are actually taking a traditional seaweed bath. It's a hot bath with like hot water in it and some locally supplied seaweed, which the shore's just over there, so I'm guessing it's pretty fresh. But this has actually been happening here for over 100 years. It was first opened in 1912. And apparently it's got some really good like kind of therapeutic properties.
This is weird, isn't it?
It
It
very
smells
weird.
so strongly of seaweed, which I mean, obviously it's going to, but it smells like I'm like on the beach right now, doesn't it?
Yeah. What we're going to do is we soak in the water for 10 minutes.
And then we come over here to this torture device.
And we steam in there for 5 minutes. And then we just alternate the two. We've got an hour in this room. And yeah, I'm quite excited to try this. It's gonna be probably one of the most bizarre and strange things I've actually done since we were in Prague and we did the beer spa, which is where you like bathe in beer.
So first up is the steam box.
You're gonna look so funny. You look so funny. You look like you're gonna do a magic trick.
And I'm gonna make this lady disappear.
What? How did I get in here? What happened? Where are you, Gemma?
How does it feel, floating head of wisdom?
It feels really hot,
Feels really hot.
but really nice.
You think it looks weird? Just you wait.
This feels very strange. Someone that's used to swimming in the sea, I need to try and fight like all instinctive behaviour of freaking out when something touches my feet. So slimy, it feels like I'm bathing in olive oil. Woo, spaddy with the girlie. Big summer blowout.
That is actually how much seaweed is in the bag, in the bath.
I think there's honestly a good 5 to 10 kilograms. 5 kilograms at least of seaweed in there. A lot more than I was expecting. I've got to say, I feel refreshed, I feel relaxed, and I feel full of essential oils. That was very, very nice.
That was such a unique experience, wasn't it?
It was good, it was
And
good.
do you know, to be honest, I didn't even bother about the seaweed. Like once I was actually in there, it's not like I felt like weirded out by it or anything. It actually just felt quite nice. I was like rubbing it on my skin and it was just making it all feel oily and nice. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
good
really enjoyed
spaddy.
it.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
I honestly think those are the biggest waves that I've seen on this side of the planet, at least. I saw some pretty big ones when we were in Bali a couple of years ago, but those waves are insane. No wonder there's a big signpost saying no swimming, man. That is like craziness. We're now down at Strand Hill Beach, which was a place we actually saw when we were up the top of that mountain over there. But the waves, like, I thought it was just this little, you know, little nice white sand beach with some surfing waves on it. Wow, those are absolutely
Ferocious.
massive. Ferocious.
And like, actually, this beach is dangerous and unsafe for swimming. There is no lifeguard on duty, so that must be like a normal thing. But there is a big sign up saying strong current, no swimming. It's funny though because we were driving down and I saw like little signposts and it's like kids surfing lessons, surf lessons. Definitely none of that today. There is nobody in the water. There's not even anybody on the beach. I think everyone's standing up at safety, like taking their videos.
I think they breed them differently here in Ireland, obviously, for the Surfing World Championships, because if they're teaching them on this beach, then they must be
very good.
pretty good at it.
And come to think of it, we did actually already mention this in a previous video, but I just want to mention it again because we're getting more responses through and we would really love for you to come on an adventure with us. We're hoping to host a group trip next year. At the moment we're just kind of looking at locations and kind of trying to get an idea of what people would like, so we've made a little Google form. So if you're interested, then you can click up here somewhere and the form will be there and it's anonymous. You can just fill in where you want to go. And since we started this channel, we've just made so many friendships through the internet and we would love to actually meet a lot of you in person and go on an adventure. Also, can I just say, is there any better smell than this smell? No, I don't think so, but if you can think of anything that smells better, then feel free to let us know. But I wish you could smell how good our band smells right now.
For the first time ever. First stop, very important business before we can do anything else. Got to go and find somewhere to get a soda stream refill. Story of my life. No gas left.
Oh,
They're
what?
really struggling to get it apparently. Why is it everything to do with gas? It's a bloody pain in my neck. Okie dokie. Apparently there's like a really good motorhome park up here with like 3 spaces for vans. So hopefully we're early enough, 12:30. I don't know how earlier we would need to get here. Hey,
Ooh, this is a nice spot, isn't it?
it is actually a really nice spot here, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's lovely.
Very peaceful. There's people in swimming in the loch and a cute little harbour down there and yeah, pretty cool views. Yeah, so there is actually the 3 motorhome spaces, which is really good because we've each got our own kind of like personal space. We're not crammed in beside each other. And there's also a water tap, bins and a toilet. And I read online that all they ask for is a small donation. So I just love facilities like this. It's so nice to come somewhere and not need to worry, am I going to get a knock in the middle of the night? Unfortunately, it does seem that the internet connection isn't the only problem that we're actually starting to experience while we're here in Ireland. It seemed that just recently our water pump is also starting to play up a little bit, where it just randomly cuts out and stops pumping water in. And also our toilet flush has completely packed in. I've got no idea why it's not working. I don't know if it's a fuse, I don't know if it's the wiring, but basically we've got a very stinky toilet because we can't actually flush it. Ellie's starting to show her age already, unfortunately. And then on top of all of that, we also had, would you call it a near-death experience the other night? A pretty terrifying experience anyway. What happened, Boog?
So we were cooking dinner and all of a sudden the oven just went bang. Now it's actually really funny for me to look back on because Campbell literally glue up? Yeah, he literally turned orange. This fire like burst out the oven, this door burst open, it was terrifying, I actually screamed. Yeah, we think it was like a little mini gas explosion. Not sure exactly why it happened. Campbell, you'd be better explaining. Something to do with because we were parked alongside a wall.
So yeah, I think basically what had happened was that in the past, last winter when it was really windy, our gas heater, the pilot light, kept blowing out, and we think that was because we didn't actually have a cap on our flue vent, and air was basically blowing over that, sucking air up the flue vent quicker than what it was expecting, and the pilot light was completely going out. This time, when I was actually using the oven and I was looking in through the glass door, the flame was flickering a lot. So I don't know if because we were parked up next to a wall, wind was basically getting underneath the van and kind of going into the air inlet vent and actually kind of blowing the actual flame out. I can only assume that that's what happened. The flame basically went out inside the oven, gas kept coming out, and when I tried to ignite one of the cookers up on top, the oven that was full of gas basically exploded. That's the only kind of logical reasoning I can actually think of why it happened. I don't know how to fix it other than just make sure that if the oven is on, it is lit before I actually try and ignite anything else. But if you've got a gas oven for yourselves, it's definitely something to try and keep in mind because everything seems to be in working order. I don't know what any problems would be, but it was definitely one of the most terrifying experiences we've had in the van just yet. And it's typical because we weren't actually filming. It's why you need to film everything. I need to get CCTV installed in here just to catch all these stupid little moments.
Yeah, it actually looked like Marv from Home Alone.
That view is just incredible. I don't know what it is about that, but it just, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Bali and Mount Agung.
Yeah.
And the mountains just in the distance. I believe that is one of like Ireland's tallest mountains. It's about 800 metres. What a beautiful night.
It's lovely.
Won't stop for traffic lights.
What just happened? Don't worry baby, I'll protect you. I think that was me falling over.
Where did it go?
I don't know. Are you sleeping out at sea tonight? Out in the water?
I'm gonna get me a piggyback over there.
Alright.
I just don't like things running at my feet.
Let's go to bed. Come on. See you guys in the morning.
Even if the sky is falling down.
That is not a bad view for a morning coffee. It's actually really cleared up today. I was not expecting it to be this nice. I was expecting more grey skies, so it's looking as if today could actually be a better day than we were expecting, which means I'm keeping an eye on that mountain over there, and it's looking very appealing for this afternoon because I think the views are going to be absolutely spectacular. That is actually getting bigger and bigger the closer we are driving towards it. Oh god.
She was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating.
So as I said, this is Nephin Mountain we're climbing up. It's actually one of Ireland's tallest mountains. I believe it ranks about 17th in total. And it's the tallest standalone mountain in the entire region. I did read on the app that we use to navigate called All Trails that it's quite a difficult trek. It's very vertical. Trying to vlog and walk at the same time, however, that's definitely what takes it out of you. Because I'm puffing already. I think I can see the path. Got it all the way up to the top. That is looking pretty steep. So yeah, we are about halfway up the hill now in terms of actual distance to the top. Just looking up at the mountain. This is definitely going to be the harder half because it is just so steep. Not a bad view already, eh? So that, just down over there, was where we were camping last night. So last kilometre now, we've got 3 different stages to get up to the top and it's pretty much a vertical ascent. I'm aiming for under an hour. We've been going now for 47.5 minutes. Which means I've got 12 minutes. Actually, that seems impossible to get all the way up to the top there. So we've got to get to that white post there, then up to the shingle, and then up to the top. 3 stages. Let's just try and do it. Big push, come on. Come on baby, 12 minutes, you can do it. Ah, my calves are on fire. To the first post, 1/3 of the way there. Let's do this. Yeah man, you can do it. We're getting there. This is gonna kill me. It's literally the last bit now. My legs feel like they're gonna collapse. The summit I think has just come into view and it is absolutely nowhere near. I was just checking on our app as well and I really don't have the heart to tell Gemma. I think we're still about another half a kilometre away. I think we're like 50 metres. This is without a doubt the hardest mountain I think I've done in a long time. Good job baby. Well, I can finally see the top at least. I don't know what I was thinking. Under an hour. I've now been going for 1 hour and 36 minutes. But you know what they say, aim for the moon, and if you miss, you'll probably end up with a banging headache, a heart attack up in the hill and need to be helicoptered off from the top. So I think that's what they say. I was not ready for this in the slightest. Oh my god. Oh my god. We made it. Oh, well done. Well done.
That honestly felt harder than some rows we've done. I just looked down at one point and I was like, yeah, right, keep going, keep your head down. And I looked down and I was just black and I like went into like full panic mode. I was like, ah! And then I started going in my mouth and I couldn't breathe. And
like honestly, I feel like I'm being really over dramatic. We have done a lot of Munros in Scotland, but I was not prepared for that in the slightest. We were just down at the car park.
Sorry, loads of them all swarming me again.
Looking up at the mountain from the car park, I did not expect that kind of incline. I've got 732 metres of elevation gain. That's higher than most Munros that we do in Scotland, especially the Cairngorm region. You're probably talking 400 or 500 metres of elevation. That was 700 metres of vertical incline.
I normally I always say I prefer the vertical ones because like I know exactly what I'm in for, like I can see exactly where I'm going, but that was just...
I think we tricked ourselves into thinking it was going to be like 2 days ago up Queen Maeve's grave and no, that was more than someone Rose has done. Don't mind Gemma in the background, she's just screaming about bugs. Right, since I've actually got my breath back now, I can tell you a little bit about this mountain and why it is such a unique shape here in Ireland. As you can see from the bottom, it's quite conical, as in it just goes straight up like a pyramid on either side, and there's a huge big gouge out of one of the sections that almost makes it look like an ancient volcano. Reading online, there's 2 stories about this. One of them is that it was a big glacier, basically carved it out over thousands of years, which is a bit boring in my mind. The other story is that the old ancient giants of Ireland basically bought an ice cream cone over in Portrush, the same one that actually built the Giant's Causeway, and then came over to the western coast to check out this new road trip, the Wild Atlantic Way. Was so shocked by the beauty of it that he dropped his ice cream cone onto the ground, and that's actually what made this giant cone. The weather here in Ireland is so wet and rainy because it's still the giant's tears from dropping his ice cream cone falling to the ground. Isn't that just the most beautiful story you've ever heard? If Ireland Tourism wants to actually use it, then you would need to quote Campbell Care because I just made that up. This is exactly what I need. Gemma's gone for a boring Coke.
That is what the doctor ordered.
Oh. First Guinness in Ireland. There you go. You don't know. You don't know. Don't knock it till you try it.
It's just like looks like the most feeble dinky thing ever. 200 mils, but I'd rather not. Oh my goodness. Did we just trip and fall into the chippy?
Well, I think we might have. What have we done, Gemma? 2 pints of Guinness and we walk out and smell chips. We can't not.
I've not even had the drink, so I don't know what excuse I've got.
So tonight we're probably just going to head back to where we actually were the last night, just because the signal's really good. It seemed quiet enough and it was kind of a reliable place to actually spend the night. And yeah, it's been a good few days on the Wild Atlantic Way. I'm actually very excited for what more has to actually come. Oh good. Our home for the night is still available. Right, you want to serve them up? How good does that look?
And so we're going to sign this video off here, guys. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a big thumbs up. Lets us know that we're doing the right thing and you want to see more videos like this. And of course, if you want to see more Ireland content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, as we are going to be posting more videos every Sunday at 5 PM.
But until then, guys, we'll see you again in the next one.
See ya.